Hello guys, welcome on the first edition of Matters Arising with Imba Zekede. Welcome, Lord. On this first edition, we'll be taking on 3 topics out of all the ngwongwo na ngwongwo that happened over the week. Stay tuned, guys. Welcome back. So, on the first topic that we'll be talking, we want to send out congratulations on the 5th anniversary to General Muhammadu Buhari, the president of Nigeria. Man, before we send that congratulations out, 5 years ago, Buhari made promises to Nigerians. He made promises to us on the things that he would do and why most people voted for him 5 years ago. Today, after 5 years, one day 5 years. One day 5 years to go. So 5 years is a long time to be able to show your achievement. Let's check the promises Buhari made to us 5 years ago and how well he has done today. Out of all the list of all the promises he's made, I don't want to list all of them. But some were actually ridiculous. But Buhari promised Nigerian youths, 3 million jobs. Now, I don't want to go into the details of or the statistics of unemployment because, the everyday common man that goes out on the streets every day, the young graduate that just graduated, finished his NYSC, where are the jobs? A lot of statistics can say a lot of things, but we carrying our CVs to offices and disturbing our uncles wherever for jobs know how hard it is to find job in Nigeria. One way or the other, you've been affected. Maybe not directly, but through a sibling or something. We all have felt this thing of unemployment, and it's increasing daily. Now, another issue I want to talk about is he promised us that he was going to fight corruption. No, corruption. So corruption is still very deep in the fabric of the Nigerian system. Just few days ago, Buhari asked the Senate that he wants to borrow 5.3 billion. All the money that has been borrowed and all the money that has been returned, what did we use it for? Where is this money? Because we haven't seen any development. We haven't seen any, and those that will come with the second Niger bridge, those projects, mind you, most of these projects were commissioned during Jonathan's regime. Now, I'm not supporting Jonathan or anybody corruption has always been across all sectors and across all parties and across all times over the years. But let's be guided in bringing up projects that were commissioned and the money allocated in another regime, and trying to give the credit to the people now. As of 2015, the Nigerian foreign debt was about $7 billion. Today, currently, we are exceeding over $30 billion on our debts. Now, my question is, what did we do with all this money? Still no answers. Who is going to pay all this debt? I feel like these guys are mortgaging the future of our children, the future of the country. I still don't want to go into how epileptic the power sector is. They promised us by 2019 we would have steady light. Well, this is 2020, Vision 2020, and even Eben can Eben. The most ridiculous of them all was promising gullible Nigerians that he was going to turn or make the exchange rate for $1 equal to 1 naira. Well, as of 2015, a dollar was equal to 199 naira, but right now, $1 is equal to 425 naira. Now, in my opinion, if Buhari, coming from a background of military and having reached the zenith of this institution, cannot still curb and cannot still checkmate the issue of terrorism in Nigeria. This was his number one campaign promise. Like, everybody was like, at least, if not for anything. I mean, I don't really expect him to be an economist or, to have the financial wizardry or, any of those stuffs to change things around. I can understand. But in the area of security, if we are still having security issues, then that begs the question. I will leave you to George, how well he has done in 5 years. Moving on. When you beat a child with your right hand, you use your left to bring the child closer. There has been some good initiatives. Recently, the federal government has promised to pay unemployed 20,000 naira to clean out the gutters and to also clean out the marketplace. Nigerians in their usual way. Some of the replies are really crazy. You would blame these guys, honestly. There is no way you can blame these guys. But guys, calm down. Let's talk about this. This is in my opinion, mind you, always in my opinion, this is a very, very, very good idea if it will be implemented, because the problem in Nigeria is implementation and maintenance. If this idea will be implemented, one, some of these youths that have zero source of income, at least want a pocket money now, and we can keep our environment clean while people are engaged. There will be no so much hunger. At least you can find food while you go about and build your dreams or find a way to make yourself work. Or because Nigeria is a one-man republic, or you have to provide everything for yourself. But that's a topic for another day. So I commend the government on that initiative, and if only it will be implemented, it's a very good one. Because guys, to be very honest, most of our brothers walk through the valley of shadow of death. They walk through desert and drink their urine and go through hell to do same jobs in Western world. If I want to take out, but that's a story for another day still. So guys, if the federal government will be able to implement this, it's a very good initiative and it's a very good one. Honestly, why I don't want to play this video is because I've seen people literally break down emotionally, sobbing in tears because this guy was literally tortured to death. And that has always begged the question, is it a crime to be black in America? Now, I don't want to go into whole details about this. This is already bad enough. But one thing from my own opinion and my observation, what I saw, if you're looking at this video from the front, you only see one person pinning this guy down on his neck. Nah, this guy a huge guy. Find a way to wiggle and, it's just one person holding you. Find a way to wiggle and breathe. That was what I was thinking. Until if you see the picture or the video from the back, you see that there were actually three men pinning this guy down. So he literally couldn't move. That's like tying a big stone on someone's neck and tying their hands and legs and throwing them in the middle of the ocean. That guy was on the floor, but he was drowning. That's the worst kind of death. Well, I'm happy to tell you that they've charged the murderer for murder. But, third degree murder. I'm sure it will be very easy for him to wiggle out of that. Hopefully he doesn't. That was blatant, insensitive. Now, the other thing is the black people in America have been on riot, trying to make their voices heard, which is very good. I just feel like Martin Luther King, wherever he is, will be turning on his grave that over 50 years, more than 50 years after he's gone, the blacks are still, rioting and parading for their rights. I'm sure this wasn't his dream at all. This wasn't his dream. He had a dream, but not this one. It not be this one. Well, please, let's riot peacefully. And this whole looting thing. We're also taking business. People don't really understand the economic impact. When you break things in your community, you make doing business in your community very difficult because insurance will be very high. And now your community will be tagged as a high crime rate area, and businesses will have to pay higher insurance. If businesses are paying higher insurance, you buy goods more costly. These are all the economic, implications of what people do. So please. Okay, so that wraps up on our episode for today. But before I go, 30th of May was just today. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to do that. Just. I did go no, didn't I? Today, I remember Biafra. Today, I remember our loved ones, our brothers and sisters that laid down their life for the struggle. Aye chefuru. Ana m achịkwa n'ọchị mana iwe dị m n'obi. Aye chefuru. Over 3+ millions of our brothers and sisters died. I don't want to go into the details of how they were literally starved to death. Well, let's talk about that another day. But today we remember them and we honor them. And we pray that they continue to rest in peace. See, our prayer is Ozo emezekwana. Ozo emezekwana. Nwata na-afụbeghị agha na-akpọ ya agha. Egonye nwata egbe ọfụ ọ dị ka ya zụ ndị mmụọ n'ụzọ. Let us use caution. The pen is always mightier than the sword. Mana ị ga-ejikwa mma gị n'akpa ahụ. Biafra kwenu. Biafra kwenu. Biafra kwezuodo.